It's official. The Sullivans have finally decided that they are not going to have any more babies. I know it's hard. It's hard for me too. I've been longing for them to have that final unlucky number 13th baby, but sadly it's not to be. So today I thought I'd go through their Patreon and have a look at that, because I keep forgetting that I'm actually paying for it still, right? I keep forgetting to cancel it, so I'm still paying it. £6 a month, forever and ever and ever and ever, until I remember to cancel it. Anyway, we'll have a look at that, see what's been going on. One dozen wonders, life as a mum of 12. Let's see what Zoe's been up to recently, shall we? Big decisions and selling clothes. So 21st of September, she posted this. I have very quickly become a certified Vinted addict. Zoe Sullivan 78, if you want to check it out. So I did in fact check it out, and as you can see here, this is her Vinted page, and she's selling a shit ton of clothes, like clothes after clothes after clothes. And this, by the way, is a very good way to get your hands on your favourite Sullivan child's clothing. As creepy as that sounds, that is what you're doing there, Zoe, putting it available for any weirdo to purchase your children's clothing, which is lovely. Now, I know people sell clothes, right? I'm not stupid. I know people sell their kids' clothes to people who want clothing, which is great. What I'm saying is that because they put their kids online, they have fans, their children have fans, and their children have people watching them every day, and now you're giving them the opportunity to buy their clothes too. It's just another avenue to exploit your children and endanger them too. The girls have been nagging me for ages to get selling on Vinted, and I keep putting it off, but this week I have so far uploaded nearly 100 items. What the hell? Seriously? When the older ones were younger, I used to sell a lot on eBay, back in the day, as they would say. I used to do okay, but then eBay kept putting the fees up and started to take more of a percentage, so it wasn't worth it anymore. Plus, we went on to have more children, so started keeping everything again. Over the years, I have given some bits away, but most of it has been kept to maybe be used again. Yes, such as all your little boxes, your boxes upon boxes upon boxes, handing down all sorts of clothing and even underwear to other kids. It's very weird and gross, really. Fast forward to now, and we have so much stuff, a lot of which is put away for the younger ones, but also a lot which is now too small for any of our children, and that I have been holding on to just in case. So we have made the decision to start getting rid of all the baby stuff and the stuff too small for any of ours. As much as I would always love more children, I don't honestly think there will be any more. It makes me so sad. It's like tugging at my heartstrings. Apparently Zoe has had enough. She'd love more kids, but it's not going to happen, guys. You've heard it here, straight from the horse's mouth. She's not going to have any more children. There is always room for one more, but I think with the cost of living, the space in our house, our age, mainly your age, Zoe, and just the fact that I feel more needed by each and every child in one way or another, now more than ever, and that adding another would not be a sensible option. I see. We will always be more than grateful for the children we have and for the family we have created. I cannot even put into words just how much I love the absolute bones off each and every one of them. We're so proud, and we are so truly lucky, but not having any more children has always been a decision I have struggled to come to terms with. I don't think it's so much of a decision now. I mean, as far as I know, they're clearly always been very fertile, and that doesn't really bear thinking about, does it? It's actually given me a chill running straight through my bones. But I don't think it's so much of a decision now as much as a biological certainty. You know, Ben's 50 and she's 47. The chances of either, well, he could, you know, if you found a younger model in it. They're not. Zoe is just not gonna have another kid. It's just that's the long and short of it. She was fortunate enough to have another one when she was 44 or something. I know there's a time limit, but biologically probably it's not going to happen anyway. So give it up, Zoe. You've had your fill, haven't you? 12 of them. So for some people, they know when they are done, but for me, it's never been that simple. I just love having children, bringing them up, watching them grow, and it's been the one thing I've been truly good at. Again, I can't get the image out of my head now. I can't. Zoe's one thing that she's been good at in her life has been spreading her legs. Oh, it stopped. Why have you done it to me, Zoe? Why? Why did you do? I don't want those images, honestly. Anyway, I think it's time to start parting with the baby things, as hard as it is. I've made a start already, but I am going to bring over box by box from the storage unit. To be honest, I've probably got enough to keep us going for about 2 years. Okay, very good. It actually feels quite refreshing, and it will make loads of space in the unit as well for the other stuff in the house that needs somewhere to live. Mainly Liv's trophies. She has a lot. That's good, isn't it, Liv? She's got trophies of I don't know, gymnastics. Is that what it is? Yeah, I don't know. So I am soaking up the baby cuddles whilst she's still small enough to give cuddles, because quite frankly, trying to cuddle teenagers is sometimes like trying to hug a mannequin. That's if you can even get that close in the first place. Much love, Zoe. And she gave an impassioned speech there, did our Zoe. Impassioned, you know, something that every Sullivan fan should have been lapping up and, you know, and everything. Until it turns out that only one person commented. One person commented. That is it. All right? My goodness. Only one person cared enough to comment. Wow. There used to be loads of people commenting on your post, Zoe. What's happened? Anyway, the one prior to that, 14th of September, this was a good one. Now, some of this we already do know, but we're going to go back and see what they said about it at the time. All right, this is all about Eva's birthday. Eva's birthday. That's all about Eva's birthday, by the way. All right, but in other news this week, another anonymous phone call. Now, obviously, we already have covered this, but I haven't covered it from the perspective of Zoe's post on Patreon, so I thought I'd have a look at it. This time, it's the Home Education Department at the council. I had a phone call on Friday to say they had a call of concern about the children's education and want to come out and do a visit. Of course, the call was anonymous. They always are, because these people are spineless and know that they are in the wrong. These malicious calls and emails are a part of everyday life for us and thousands of other content creators, unfortunately. Oh, I know, I get you. I feel your pain, Zoe. I feel your pain. Some people may say, why do you keep doing what you do? But on the flip side, why should we not be allowed to do something that we love and that earns us an income, leaving us to work from home and be there for our children all the time? Also, since when do we give in to bullies? Now, this is a topic which frustrates the hell out of me. So much it frustrates me, right? Why should we not be allowed to exploit our kids for money? Why should we not be allowed to do that? We love doing that, so why should we be having to bow down to the bullies? You know, we will not protect our children just because the bullies say you need to protect your children. We love exploiting our children, so we will continue to do that because that's what we love to do, right? It's annoying. Protect your kids. That's all that people want. That's all that people are asking for. Protect your children. Just because you want to do something does not mean you get to do it just because you want to do it, all right? Remember that. Not enough is done to stop these people, and they waste so much time, resources, and ultimately money. When are the authorities going to catch up to start to understand that these calls and emails are always malicious? And when are authorities going to catch up with you, Zoe? You know, what with using your children for money? Oh. Being on social media, you see the absolute worst of humankind, but you also see the best of people and also get to reach those without a voice. True. That's why I do what I do on this, right? I do it because your children who do not have a voice, I'm speaking up for them, right? So remember that. Then I turned on the TV this morning and saw even more awful news, and it just saddens me, the amount of hate and destruction in the world right now. It hurts my heart that we are bringing our children up in such an unstable and volatile world. We will always bring our children up to be the change in the world, full of hate, and that kindness is always best. Please bring your children up not to exploit their siblings. All right, there's a good start for you. Much love, Zoe. And that was another impassioned speech from Zoe, which again should have roused all the Sully's family and the fans. But sadly, that was only one comment again. One comment. Oh dear, that must irk you. It must irk you. Don't you think, Zoe? Does it irk you? It irks me. I think that the fans should be more on your side, but sadly they're not. So it's rather in keeping with the rest of their YouTube and social media and everything that everything seems to be dying down for them. Their views are tanking. They're on around about 6,000 views a day across their entire channel. Their actual channel or their videos daily get around about 4,000 to 5,000 views, but across the entire channel it's something like 6,000 to 7,000, and that's not enough to live on. It's atrocious. Nobody's interested in them anymore. The Patreon here used to get far more interaction on their posts. People were commenting and things like that, but now nobody's commenting. It begs the question, how many are actually reading them and how many are logging in? So I don't know. And in general, it's all going downhill for them, which is rather worrying considering that they've given up their employment in order to do this full time. Anyway, yes, also Zoe is not having a baby anymore. She always loved to think that she could have another baby, but it seems like she's not going to have one now. So that's a shame, isn't it? It is a shame, because that's probably the only way they're going to survive this dip in views and things like that, but sadly no. Anyway, please give this video a massive thumbs up, comment all your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Until next time, don't be Zoe. Goodbye.